Really quick video today, and the subject is the Spark Arrestor on your Commander. So there's a lot of chatter out there about your Spark Arrestor and do you need it, and I figured I'd just clear the air. Now, I'm no expert on this, but I've done a fair bit of research on it. And two things about the Spark Arrestor. If you get into mud, a lot of it, and your ass end is down in the mud, your Spark Arrestor will get clogged up. Now, for those of you that don't know, one sec. So for those of you that don't know, I've got it soaking. It's soaking in a solution of like CLR and some water right now just to clean it out. For those of you that don't know, this is what your Spark Arrestor is, and it sits inside your muffler just before the little 90 bend comes out. And you can hear that it sounds pretty good without the Spark Arrestor in and without that 90 coming out, but the problem is then you've got no filter for shit that's gonna go flying into your muffler, and then if that happens, then you have to pull the whole muffler out and clean it. So that's the first thing with the Spark Arrestor, so you should leave it in. And the second thing is, if you don't clean it regularly, it can actually cause some slight overheating. Again, I'm not a mechanic or anything like that, but that's just what I've been told. And now that I've had some more ride time, like I'm on about 5K, like 5,000 kilometers this year, I have noticed that it's been running a little bit hotter. Now this is after, if you go back a few videos, the ride where I was overheating all the time. After that ride, I pulled out my rad, and I had the rad it was soaking in water. It had to soak in water for about a week, and every day I'd take it out and spray it off with the hose, and I'd even spray, like, put some compressed air into the water just to agitate the water to get some shit to fall out of the fins. And it took 6 days of soaking that rad to actually get it all cleaned out. So, and after I put it back in, you know, got to run up with the new coolant in, bled all the air out, it was still running a little bit hot. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I started looking into it, and it turns out that your Spark Arrestor can actually cause some slight overheating. Now, the Commanders typically run, you know, obviously if you're down south in the States where it's hotter, naturally they're going to run a little bit hotter. But up here in Canada, it's you know, right now it's freaking like 6 degrees outside, Celsius. So it's still running a little bit hotter. Like, it should be around 3 bars. When it hits 4, the fan should kick on. And I was still, on the last ride, I was still encountering sections where I'd be going up to 5 bars, sometimes 6. I'm like, what the hell's going on? So anyways, took the Spark Arrestor out to pull this whole shroud off, and to pull the 90 off and everything like that. I get the Spark Arrestor out, and sure enough, it was just full of shit. Now, it was full of carbon, it was full of mud, it was just full of everything. And that little screen, it slips right in here, and it's a complete seal. Like, there's no air that goes around it. And there's actually, on the 90 that comes out, there's one of these gaskets there too. It's actually a very shitty gasket, so if you take it out, be careful so you don't break it, because it'll break in half if you're not careful. It's actually a pretty straightforward job. All you need is a 10 mil ratchet wrench and a 10 mil socket and a number 5 Allen key. When this 90 comes off, it's just attached by 3 number 5 Allen keys, or 5 mil Allen keys, or whatever. And that's it. Then you can pull the Spark Arrestor out. So as you saw with that little piece, it's really, really delicate. So if it's a little bit stuck in there, don't go frickin' prying at it with a crowbar, because you're just going to wreck it. Just gradually, slowly work it out. Another thing, when you put the Allen keys back in, or the Allen screws back in, sorry, put a little bit of anti-seize on them. They are prone to seizing up, and then the little taps inside there, inside the muffler body, they'll just strip, and the screw will just sit there spinning around. If you don't put anti-seize in. So do yourself a favor and put some anti-seize in. So I hope that this solves a little bit of overheating issues for some guys. I know Can-Ams in general, a lot of them run really hot, And the Commanders especially, you know, you getting with the engine placement, the cab heat isn't the greatest. So if you have any questions about anything, feel free to comment down below. You know, comment down below if you have a Commander, what your overheating issues are like, if you have any. Um, don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Make sure you stay tuned because I'm gonna have some really cool end of the season rides coming up here. The riding season up here ends at the end of November, so we're gonna do a few real good ones in there before then. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.